Yes, ma'am. You
I'm
can check.
speaking to Preeti.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Preeti. Yes, I'm here. I'm audible,
ma'am.
right? I'll just switch on my videos. Just let me know whether I am clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. You are clear. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes. And can I just check for the just to share the screen and see whether it's working
Yes,
quickly?
ma'am. You can check. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. I'm getting host disable participant screen sharing. Can you give me the option?
Yes, ma'am. Just a second. Ma'am, please try now.
Yeah, just a
Please
second.
on camera
I
open.
think yes.
Ma'am,
Let
please
me
camera
see.
open.
Ma'am, we can see your screen now.
Yeah, just a second. I just want to see like because Zoom is somewhat which I don't do regularly, so I'm little scared about it. I normally do it with Google Meet. So
Alright.
just a second. Coming in full screen, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much. So stop share. Yes, thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Sure. Let's wait for some time. Then we'll start our webinar.
Yes, we'll start at sharp 4 or
At 4.
another.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay.
No, ma'am. We'll start it at sharp 4. Okay, ma'am.
চালু হয়নি নাকি এখনো? কোনটা? নকল চালু হয়নি।
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. A very warm welcome to our today's speaker, Ms. R. Vasumati, and all the participants present here. My name is Preeti Sharma, and I am your host for today's webinar on Building a Better You, organized by Pragyan Foundation, promoter of Pragyan International University in association with Divine Bliss Foundation. So how can a person become a better version of themselves? Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. No matter who you are, no matter what you did, no matter where you have come from, you can always change and become a better version of yourself. I request Dr. Suresh Kumar Agarwal, Director of Divine Bliss Foundation, to speak a few words before we commence our today's webinar. Over to you, sir.
Namaste and very good evening to all of you. First of all, I would like to welcome all the participants and special welcome to our esteemed speaker today, Ms. R. Vasumati, for taking up this subject of being a newer you. Swami Vivekananda has said that every human being has potential to become divine. And to become divine, we have to perform some habits and activities by which we can upgrade ourselves. Like the way our iPhones are being updated every now and then, we also have the capability to upgrade ourselves. So Ms. R. Vasumati today will will speak on this subject. How can we upgrade our life by adopting certain habits and activities in our day-to-day lifestyle? Once again, I welcome you all and welcome Ms. R. Vasumati to take the stage. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much, sir, for your words. Without any further delay, I request our guest speaker, Ms. R. Vasumati, to tell us more on building a better you. Ms. R. Vasumati is a freelance counselor, a soft skills trainer, a motivational speaker, and a research scholar in psychology from the Garden City University, Bangalore. She earned an MPhil in public administration and a master's in counseling psychology before beginning her doctoral studies. She is a successful entrepreneur running a preschool in Bangalore for over 10 years. She has also been a guest speaker for many international and national conferences. She is a recipient of prestigious Chanakya Award and Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad Awards for her outstanding work and achievements in education and contribution to society in her chosen field. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Preeti, for the very warm welcome and introduction. Is it visible?
Yes, Didi. Did you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Just a second. I'll move the screen. Give me a second. I'm not able to move. I think within my slide, the thing comes in right between. Or am I seeing like that? Is the screen fully visible for you?
Yes, ma'am.
The
Yes,
whole
ma'am.
screen?
The
जी जी
screen.
जी जी
Yes, ma'am.
जी
It
Yeah,
is very
because
much
I
visible,
am
ma'am.
having in between the face and the Zoom main session
No,
there.
ma'am.
I'm not able to move that from my screen.
No,
I'm
ma'am. The
just
slide is
trying it.
visible to everyone.
Okay, fine.
Yes, ma'am. You
So
can start.
building a better you. As I told you, how is it possible for, but it is a sort of your care which you do continuously every day. See, from morning, if you think till now, there might be certain things which you are doing on a regular routine without even giving a thought to, unconsciously or in an automatic way you do it, right? You brush your teeth in the morning. Some people rub their palms together and look into their palms. They do not put the mind into it. It comes, but the moment they want to open their eyes, people count 10, or certain people say prayers. Certain people put their legs straight down and sit in the bed for a few minutes and then they get up, right? It is an automated work. They do not put too much of conscious effort for that. Why is it like that? So what is a habit, right? Habits are nothing but extremely motivated action which you do unconsciously, right? So from morning till this minute, if you see, even putting your paste into your brush and brushing, sometimes even without noticing, we put sometimes the shampoo or some other thing into our brush, would have brushed our teeth, right? Because we do not pay attention to that work. It is doing continuously has become a habit to us. So this habit, right, it's automatic and is becomes unconscious to us, and that changes the identity of you. Okay, so how does it change your identity? But with that, we will quite quickly understand what identity means. See, Aristotle has said we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence is not an act but a habit. So this is what our identity is. The habits define your identity. The habits, the behaviors tell you who you are. If you are having time conscious, if you are punctual, if your habit is being punctual to every place, then people say you, oh, he or she, oh, she is very punctual, she's very time conscious. So that defines your personality, that defines your identity. So what is identity? Identity is nothing but understanding who am I. That is the sense of yourself, is the identity of you. See, you are quoted by your traits, your affiliations, your characteristics, your beliefs, the way you talk, you put your actions, everything, right? So that is your identity. So your identity is your outside behavior, how you put your thoughts and actions, right? So when you do that, you are a version of yourself, but you also internally you want to become somebody else. You want to develop certain activities, certain behaviors which people will admire you for, or you have admired by through some people. So how do you get into that? How do habits change your identity? That's what we are going to do. But I am not going to tell you certain methods or something, just reading your palm or asking a parrot to pick up a small strip and say, oh, these things you have to change. We are going to approach this very scientifically. It is not a subjective matter, it is an objective matter. It has been proven that if you do certain things, yes, you can become a better version of yourself. How are we going to do that? First, we'll understand what is the role of your brain, which plays a part in forming a habit, because unless you understand the internal process which goes through when you form a habit, it is difficult for you to form a new habit which you want to have, right? Do you think that actually brain has some work in this? You can unmute and you can answer. Do you think actually brain has a work? Because I told you, you do it unconsciously. Do you think brain has a role in forming a habit? Any one of the participant can answer. Hello? Friends, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Yeah, anyone can answer. Do you
Ma'am,
think?
you are audible.
Yeah, do you think the brain has a role in forming a habit?
Yes, definitely.
Yes, yes. Thank you for the answer. Yes, please be a little participative because this session is going to help you. And if you're not participative, then it is very difficult to move forward, right? So, see, the brain actually has a very, very important role to play in it, right? How is brain actually involved? We see every single day we are thrown with so many challenges, right? And our brain has to make a quick decision. It has to give us the solution. So we are wired to solve the hurdle, but we do not understand the steps immediately. I'll give you with an example, which we all are familiar with. See, you have a very long day, right? You're stressed and tired. So it is now what, 4 o'clock, and still you have so many tasks to complete. You are sleepy and you have to complete those tasks before you go to bed. So you want to keep yourself energized now. So what will you do? You will think about certain things. Now your brain starts thinking. So one is, you have seen that drinking coffee will give you energy, or taking 10 deep breaths. You have read somewhere that it energizes you, or walking around the area and speaking to somebody will give you the energy. So 4-5 steps you have thought about it. So first one you try. First you are trying to go and speak to colleagues near you. But after a few minutes, you feel more drained. You feel stressed. So it is not working. Then you go to the second option. Now your brain starts to think for the second option. This is all done in a fraction of a second. I'm telling you, so even this many minutes it will not take. Okay, the next one will say, okay, take coffee. Now you're drinking coffee and you really feel energized. Now you know what happens. Your brain starts to catalog it. What happened before when that you were tired, and what happened, you took a coffee, and then the third step is you became energized. So now it will quickly catalog this. So the neurological activity in the brain is very high during this time, right? When you're finding the solution, your brain works so fast. So once it's solved, once it has found that coffee gives you the required strength to push on, immediately the brain starts to relax. Okay, now here is the feedback. Yes, the first method did not work. The second method has worked. So now hereafter, once you are stressed, automatically you look for a coffee. Your brain again doesn't come back saying that, okay, 4 different options, let's try this, right? So these are the cognitive scripts which your brain has already formed in your mind. It gives you the steps immediately when the situation comes. Whenever you're stressed, whenever you're tired, immediately you start looking for a coffee, and it becomes a habit for you even before you realize it. So habits are nothing but your mental shortcuts which comes through experience. Right? You would have read somewhere that rubbing your palm, or you would have seen from your parents, or your parents would have taught rubbing your palm and looking into your palm and saying a small shloka morning actually energizes you and gives you a positive feeling throughout the day. Right? You would not even have understood, but your brain would have cataloged that. So whenever you are tired, whenever you get up from the bed, immediately without knowing, you rub your palms and look into your palms. So slowly, once the habits are created, now the level of activity in your brain decreases. So that's how your brain helps you to form a habit, and how it becomes an automated process whenever the challenge is given to you. Now moving forward, what are the steps involved? See, we know that now the brain has cataloged and given it. That, oh, you are stressed, got tired, and you need to get refreshed. You need to come out of the stress. So that is the cue, that initiation which you get in your brain is the cue. Craving is not the craving, oh, I crave for an ice cream, I crave for a bubble gum or something like that. No, not that craving. Craving here is not a coffee. Craving here is the reward, the energy that you get, the freshness you get in your body. So that is the craving. So what you see here is the craving is always emotional force behind every activity, and mostly it is your internal craving, intrinsic motivation, and it differs from person to person, right? So what you want to feel is your craving. Response is the actual habit you perform. That is the steps you take towards having that reward. Reward is your goal or the end. That is the freshness or the energy you're going to get back. Correct? So what is the response? Response occurs depends on how motivated you are. If you really wanted to feel fresh, you will be motivated. And you will walk to the cafeteria or you will walk to your kitchen and you will be trying to make your coffee even when you're extremely tired, because you know that once you have coffee, you are relieved from that stress, right? But response depends on your ability also. Suppose you are in a place, you have gone to some place where there is no coffee shop nearby you and there is no coffee there, and you have to travel 15 kilometers to go to a good coffee place. Do you think you will have the energy to drive 15 kilometers to get a coffee? No, right? Immediately, you know, your brain again goes back and starts cataloging the second one. Okay, let me try taking deep breaths for a count of 10. So the habits, that's why sometimes we are not able to keep up our habits like dieting plan. We leave after some time, or a fitness plan, going to gym, we join, pay the fee, but we leave it because sometimes it is out of our ability to do it, right? So the response is always, the habit formation always depends on your ability. And the final thing is your reward. Only if the response delivers you a reward, you will do it. Only if think that you're becoming fit in spite of going through so much of pain in your body after visiting a gym, you do it. If you feel that there is nothing, you have not reduced your weight, you're not feeling fresh, you're not feeling fit, then you don't do that work. All right. So the rewards are the end goal of every habit. The cue about noticing the reward. That is the freshness you want. The craving is about wanting the reward. Okay. The response is about obtaining reward. So these 4 steps are run every single time your brain forms a habit for you. Now, when this is called a habit loop. This way of formation is called as habit loop. Now, when the brain has formed you a habit, does it actually look into your long-term benefits or your short-term benefits? Anyone can unmute and answer. When your brain gives an answer, does it look for a short-term response or a long-term benefit? Anyone in the audience?
Hello.
Yes. Yes.
In my view, myself, Sandeep Kumar.
Yes, sir.
Myself, Sandeep Kumar, ma'am.
Yes. So when a brain helps to form a habit,
maybe it's good for the short-term benefit, the short-term gain.
Yes. Claps for you who had answered this. Yes. When a habit is formed, your brain immediately looks for the relief, looks to cross the challenge. That's why some people smoke a cigarette when they feel that they are in stress, and they continue to do so until it becomes automatic response. Even drinking coffee, at one stage when you turn back, you would be drinking 7 to 8 coffees, because habits are automated. It is unconscious. So your brain has already cataloged it. What you do is you go on drinking coffee. You go on smoking cigarettes, even though you know it is major cause of death. So a habit, when it's formed, is never giving, or the brain never thinks about the long-term benefits or the ill effects it's going to give you. That's how the good habits and bad habits are formed. So a habit which is positive improves the quality of your life. But a habit which is negative will actually deteriorate the quality of life. Ma'am, I'm getting a message that it will end in 10 minutes. Should I rejoin again? Hello?
Yes, ma'am, you can rejoin again. Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
I'm just getting a message now. So participants, please bear with me if this cut short in another 10 minutes because I got a message. I will rejoin again. Okay. Meanwhile, we will continue till it gets closed. So bad habits have a negative effect on your physical, emotional, or psychological consequences, right? Whereas a good habit will have positive effect on your whole holistic health, not only physical, but also your emotional and psychological health, right? So here I'm going to give you a list of good habits, which I felt is very important. It can be, you can add to it or you can delete some, but these are very important for everybody to have. First one is exercising. So if you do not have to do not have time to go for a walk, even a simple walk, leave exercising, just a walk, not even for health benefits, but just to break the routine of your day. We cannot avoid the routines which we have in a day, right? But if you are not even able to break that routine by going for a walk for 30 minutes, then that is a very serious problem in your life. You're not able to manage your time. So make a habit of walking every day at least for 30 minutes, right? You can go alone or you can go with someone else. You can have a good conversation if you go with somebody else, or you can simply enjoy the nature and be with the nature when you go for a walk. It will help you actually to focus once you come back and sit to your work. Next one is setting your daily priorities. See, we know that we all have to focus to reach our goals, right? When there is no focus, there will be no success, no result, right? We all know. But how do we focus? Because we have a number of tasks a day. So that elimination is key. Write down every task, prioritize which one you have to do the first thing in the morning and which one can be kept the last. Once you know, set your priorities, you will know how to manage your time, and making your priorities is a good habit. Reading. I have many friends who say that they are too sleep. And when we sleep for 7 to 8 hours is very, very essential. Some people are okay. They can perform well within 5 hours of sleep, but most of us need a set of sleep hours. And keep a habit sleeping at the same time and wake up at the same time. Don't sleep at random times. Sleep one day at 7, one day 10, one day 11, one day 1 o'clock. Don't have that. Every day keep a time of 10, 10:30 or maximum 10 o'clock. Go to your bed. Before sleep, read, because if you do not sleep well, it has a direct effect on your mental focus and concentration, and also has an effect on your physical status. Practicing gratitude. Most of us do not write down or feel the gratitude towards the each day that we live in this earth, right? If we are alive, we are not living in a country which is full of poverty or with freedom, or a country which oppresses citizens. If we are alive and live in a country, in a free country, it is hitting a jackpot. You should thank each and every person who fights at our borders to keep us safe. We should thank every single thing which we get in our life, your job, your house, people in your life, the weather, the soldiers, everybody in your, you have to write it down. Write a gratitude note every single day. Meditation. Here, meditation is here, I would say mindfulness, being the present now. Do not think about what will happen. I will be happy if I achieve this. I will be happy if I do this. This will never make you happy in the present moment. Be mindful. Even when you brush, understand that you're brushing, and understand the way you brush, and understand what it does to your body. So be mindful. Track your money. Yes, that is a very good habit. Write down your expenses. Try to save at least 30% of your whatever you get. If you're not able to save 30%, at least 10%, small savings a day. At the end of the month, if you see, it is not how much you save, it is how many times you're able to save in a month. Once you see at the end of the month, there will be a big lump of cash. Writing, as I told, reading is important. Writing is also very, very important. Write a journal, not for anybody else. Write for yourself. Write from the morning what you did. You will see how many successes you have had. We never appreciate ourselves for what thing we do. We look at the losses or failure, go through the write down what you did, and you will be happy for the things you have achieved. And that gives an intrinsic motivation. And it also helps you to become a better thinker and also a better person. Writing a gratitude. So everything, write it down. So when you see the good habits, there are bad habits as well, right? And the list is a little bit more than the good ones, actually, because we are having so many things where we need to work and we have to quit habits. First one is overwork. Many people I've seen that are so proud when they say, "Oh, my office time is only till 6 o'clock, but I work till 9 to finish the project." And they feel that they will be promoted, they will be appreciated for sitting and working so long. No, it shows that you are not clear with what you want to do and you do not know how to manage your time. Time management is not proper when you overwork. If you prioritize your work, if you know what to work, how to work, and the timings, yes, you can finish your work within the time. Worrying is what if I? This question is repeatedly going in many of our minds. What if I lose my job? What if this doesn't happen? What if I fail my exam? What if my the train which I go dash or have an accident? So many things worrying for us. What if my child does not study well? What will I do if this happens? So remove that. Say, you are not going to die right this second, right? So understand, analyze, stop worrying, and do something useful. Stubbornness is not where we say, oh, he is very stubborn. Not like that. Stubbornness is the habit which we all have. When somebody talks, we think, why should I listen to this guy? Or what does she know? Does she know better than me? We come with a closed mind. Until we listen, we will not know new things or a small things which we learn from each person. So once we break that stubbornness and come with an open mind, yes, actually you will learn a lot. So break that habit of being stubborn, open your mind, ignoring your health. As I told you, if you do not have a clear check on your health, if you do not sleep well, if you do not eat well, you will be physically tired. And with that, quit complaining and lack of focus. Again and again, I'm giving you this. Once you do not have a clarity of what you need to do in your life, you are going to fail. You will not become a better you. So please quit the lack of focus in your lives. So now we have seen habits, good habits, which we need to have, bad habits, which we need to remove. You can add. Again, it is subjective. Once we move on, how do we, is the screen moving? Yeah. How to reach the better habits? How do we go to the better habits? So pick the ideal habit. See, certain habits will only suit you. As I told you, it is not easy for you to have just copycat somebody's habit. See, for some people, genetically they sleep late, they'll wake up late. It is nothing wrong. But if you want, suddenly you feel, okay, I want to get up early. Okay. And you follow somebody. But the whole day you are sleepy, groggy, you're not able to focus. Will you feel happy about it? No, right? You cannot pick and choose somebody's habits. Understand that habits which you are going to form should be suitable for you. I've given you, that's why I've given you a list which you can pick and choose which habit you want to form. And form one habit per area at a time. See, sometimes we feel like, okay, once we read certain motivational videos or we attend certain webinars, we feel that, okay, I'm going to read today more, write more, work more, live better, eat healthier, anything. So many things we want to change in our lives. But it is best to hold back our enthusiasm, right? If you are going to, when you are doing so many things, at the same time, we end up in a chaotic situation. We'll be overwhelmed to see so many changes and we'll not be able to do it. And at final day, you will see back you're at the square one where you had started. We can achieve, we always think that we can achieve a lot of things in a short period. No, my dear friends. We can achieve a lot of things over a long period. Slowly, we have to build. Take a small step. Everything cannot happen at the same time. So focus at one thing, one habit per area at a time. And set the bar very low. See, we often, as I told you, we often do many things without understanding why we do it. We do not understand why this habit is important for us, right? And everything in life, we feel that and we have to put a lot of hard work for achieving that, even a small thing. So before we do something big, let's start with a small step. As I told you, see, if you want, your goal is to run a marathon in a year, start with a small step of just waking up early and for a walk of 1 kilometer a day. You cannot, the moment you think that, okay, I'm going to run a marathon, and you cannot start running 10 kilometers the next day, right? So set the bar very low. First 1 month, I will walk regularly 4 kilometers. Next month, I will increase to 8 kilometers or 6 kilometers based on your ability. Because if your ability is less, then you will quit the habit. Quit all your bad habits. I said form one habit, one good habit area. But when you're quitting your bad habits, it should be at one whole shot. Because if you have bad habits, for example, if you have procrastination, and you want to do something on time, right? It is going to conflict. So having a bad habit, too many bad habits, make a list and you have to remove it all at once. And keep a track of your progress. Whatever you achieve, track your habits daily. At one day, you will be surprised how much you have changed, how much what you want to become, how much changes you have put for that. Just through small habits, small areas where you have changed. So keep a track of your progress. Now, I know many of you would have been surprised when I said, quit all your bad habits. Thinking, oh, madam says very easily, but is it that easy? I've been trying, right? Yes, it is hard. I know. Because I am also going through this process. Breaking a bad habit is not that easy because it is automatic. Habits are automatic and we do it unconsciously. But once you decide with determination, with resilience and the right mindset, yes, you can break the bad habit. right? First, become aware of your triggers, behaviors, and rewards. Understand. So if you're stressed, you look for a coffee, and what reward you get? You are getting refreshed, right? Examine the reward, whether it is a short term or is it going to stay for a long term. If I take continuously smoke, is it going to help my health or no? If you get a negative answer, if you see a deterioration in your health, if you feel that taking coffee too much is affecting your health, find a new reward. Understand that this habit is not helping you. That's why mindfulness works here. Be mindful at what you're doing. Be mindful with each habit you form. So find a new reward. Okay, coffee is not good for my health. Let me take deep breaths. I'll count to 10. Let me see if that refreshes me. And use reminders. Remind yourself, put a note, say that no coffee. When I'm stressed, I will take deep breaths. Write it and put it right away in front of you. Because when you keep on looking at what you need to do, it helps you a lot. Then make it invisible. If you are addicted to coffee, make sure that you do not have coffee in your home when you want it. Or make it difficult that you do not get coffee when you want it. As I told you, your body doesn't run when you want something which is very far away. Your brain starts again to look for a new alternative. Make it unattractive. Think about the negative effects that reward is going to give you. And make it difficult. As I said, don't keep it near to you and make it unsatisfying. Know that when you drink coffee, yes, it might give me now, but at long term or tomorrow, my stomach gets upset. My gut health is going to be ruined because of drinking coffee. And I might not be able to do anything else. So make it unsatisfying. These are the ways you can break a bad habit. More than everything, you should have the determination, you should have the resilience and the right mindset that you need to come out of it. That is very, very important, my dear friends. Now, yes, how do we stay consistent, right? It is very easy to form a habit, right? Today, we see many people say that, yeah, I am going for gym. Today, I'm going to become fit. We see many people say that. But do they continue? Most of the gyms make money from people who pay for 1 year and they do not come back after 3 days. Even many of us have been going through this. Diets, many healthy diets we join, but we do not do it, right? How to stay consistent? Start small. As I said, if you want to run a marathon, first start walking. Even when we were young, right? When we are infants, when we want to get up, what we do? We put our knees down, we hold to a support, and then we slowly try to climb up, correct? So that's how small steps take you in the correct direction. Know your intentions. Don't be vague. Don't say that, okay, tomorrow I will start walking. No, that is not, you're not going or you're not focusing on what you want. You have to be very particular. I will get up at 6 a.m. I will start running at 6:30. I will walk 1 kilometer on this day. I will come back. So everything should be there with time and what you are going to achieve. The goal should be, your intention should be clear, with clarity. Do not be vague. Celebrate small victories. As I told you, when you write your journal, you will see how nicely you would have achieved your goals for that day. Journaling helps you that. Keeping a track of your success or track of your habits actually makes you enjoy the small victories you get. And that you need to celebrate. Put it on your status. I have a friend who every day puts on a status. Today walk 10 kilometers, great achievement. Today walk 4 kilometers, great achievement. So she keeps on posting because she is a marathon runner. She keeps on posting all the status. And when people tell her, yeah, very good, excellent, and she is becoming a model to somebody else, you feel motivated to do more. Sometimes extrinsic motivation also helps us for short term. Stack habits. See, I know a girl who is very introvert, like she wanted to come out of the shell and she wanted to communicate. So you know what she did? She's a regular walker. So whenever she goes, she started smiling at people, right? First day she gave a smile to random people. So they smiled back because they know that she is a regular and she has also known them very well, that they come every day. Then slowly it started saying hello, good morning. So at one stage, after 3 months, she had a huge circle of friends, new friends who were new to her 3 months before, but now they know her very well. So they have become a circle for her. How did that happen? She didn't start somewhere else. Walking is a good habit. Along with it, she piggybacked this talking habit as well. Slowly, she moved out of this shell. So that's how you have to stack your habits. Next, we know there are pitfalls, right? Even though I say you can stay consistent, but many times we also there are pitfalls, and how to overcome that. Again, I'll repeat that aim big, but start small. You want to become fit? Yes, start exercising, start walking, right? And if you are 7 days, I will go, every day I will work out. No, keep first, at least you can go to gym at least 4 days a week. Slowly, you will see the changes in your body, which will motivate you to do it. Forget about goals, focus on your systems instead. See, fitness is your goal, the end point, right? But the path is very important. Just looking at the end goal, I want to become fit, I want to become fit, but you do not know how to reach there, right? So focus on your systems. How to become fit? Join a gym, do yoga, walk. So have plan A, B, C, and which suits your nature. Pick that and focus on that system, rather than just looking at your goal, facing it and saying, yeah, I want to become fit. That never works. Focus on your system. Be clear on which path you're going to walk. Picture a specific goal. So if you are planning to lose weight, so picture yourself, how nice look with different costumes which you want to wear on, or how fit you become, how nice your body looks, how healthy you would be. How many ailments from your body or your lifestyle diseases will be removed from you. So picture, visualize. Visualizing yourself actually pushes you. And as I told you, practice habit tracking. Write it down, write the points. What are the habits changes you are going to make every single day? And recover quickly when your habits break down. See, we all have a change. So if you walk regularly, the weather might be raining, you cannot go for a walk, or you had a function, you have to take a break. So we all know that there is a break in between. But then coming back, you shouldn't say, oh, today is Wednesday. Anyways, 2 more days, 3 days, I'll finish from Monday, I will start fresh. No, never do that. Recover quickly when your habits break down. And never do it twice. So, okay, today, this week, yesterday, last week, I did it. So this week also, I'll do only 5 days. No, don't do that. Be very positive on what you do. Understand this habit is actually bringing a change in you. And again, meditate here is mindfulness. Be mindful in what you do. And surround yourself with supporters. Don't have friends who wake up very lazy, very late, or very lazy friends who doesn't like walking, who doesn't go to gym. Don't have friends like that. It will actually demotivate you. They'll pull you down. So actually understand that have people who actually enjoys walking, who actually enjoys dieting, because you get more tips when you share your pitfalls. They will help you. They would have gone through it. Then they will give you tips how to overcome that. They will call you. They will make you do it. If you are not time conscious, have friends who are time conscious. Have friends who are very punctual. They will help you. That they will make you feel guilty when you are late for any commitment. So have people with the same mindset when you are forming a new habit. Then how does your habit shape your identity? Throughout the session, we have so many things, how identity is shaped by your habit and how you are building yourself to become a better you, right? So basically, of all the things, I would say only 4 points, very, very important. Extrinsic motivation stays with you for a short time, but your intrinsic motivation is what pushes you to form a habit which is going to be a part of your identity. That is, it is going to stay with you for a long term. Your internal motivation is short-lived, right? And change your outcomes. That is what you want. Have an idea very clearly. Set your goals clearly. Identify the path where the process, how you're going to reach, which will change your identity.